I gotta say, you sneezed on the beat and the beat got sick.
Oh, hey, check this out.
Oh,
dab on him, son. Do like an official intro here. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Does that mean shut the up?
No.
Does that mean shut your fucking
This is
mouth?
my show, and I need you to just listen up, all right? All right, our guest today has appeared on The Tonight Show, The Late Late Show, and was the head monologue writer for After Midnight on CBS. She won the Juno Award, for all you ignorant Americans, that's like the Canadian Grammys, for Comedy Album of the Year, the first ever woman solo act to win. We've turned into absolute keeners, bud, to introduce to you today a proud member.
That was racist.
Of the Houseplant Hobbyist private Facebook group, an alumni of the Starbucks on Granville and Smythe that has turned into a Dublin calling, and an enjoyer of Legend of Zelda for Wii. Everybody get respectfully rowdy for Sophie Buddle.
You're like Nardwar. Those were like some of the most deep cut credits I've ever heard.
We like to keep our ear to the ground around here.
Your researchers are working around the clock.
The research department is tired and needs a raise.
Yeah.
And cried a few times today, but it's okay.
I feel bad I didn't write a little poem about you on my iPad.
Do you want to freestyle rap real quick, or?
Yeah, could I get a beat?
Yeah.
End of bit.
Okay. End of bit is actually kind of iconic. Just like you're riffing.
And let's call it there. we all had fun, didn't we?
Because that is kind of like just like the two broy guys who are like, let's keep this bit going, and just kind of needs every once in a while someone to be like, and end of bit.
Scene.
I think that should be the new. So you're not into freestyle rapping that much?
No, I'm more of a listener.
Freestyle listener.
I've been in the room where other people are freestyle rapping a lot, but not interested myself. Some people, not everyone can be on stage. Some people have to be in the audience.
Yeah. And you know what? Shout out the audience members.
Yeah.
Okay, Canadian. I just got back from Canada.
Okay, where were you?
I was Toronto. Okay, so I don't know how much time you. I'm sorry, you're more Vancouver. But it was funny. Me and my opener after the show went to a bar just to kind of hang for a second, as us comedians are known to do. And the bartender right away, very attentive and nice, was like, "What do you want?" And I didn't even, instead of just being like, "Oh, I need a minute," I was just like, "Oh, whatever lager you have." She was like, "We have a lot of lagers." And I was like, "Okay, which ones do you have?" And I was like, "Okay, that one, perfect." And then my opener tried to order a whiskey, but he named all American whiskeys. And she's like, "We don't have American whiskeys here."
Yes, I forgot. That's like a big thing now, is not doing American whiskey. That was like their big stand in Canada.
Yeah, but the comedy venue did, so we were thrown off. Anyway, we just tried to do the classic, sorry, us ignorant Americans, we didn't realize. She goes to grab the drinks. She comes back and leans over the bar and goes, "Did I call you guys ignorant?"
Whoa.
She's like, "I hate your president. I love Americans." And it was like, it seemed very Canadian because she was clearly annoyed with us.
Yeah.
But she actually wanted us to know how much she loved us.
It's very classic Canada, because it's like everyone's taking a real strong stand against Americans now, but then as soon as Americans are like coming to visit Canada, they want to be really clear that we're still hospitable. But we politically, it's very intense for them right now. And it's so crazy because it's like, I'm engaged and my boyfriend and I are like, I still say boyfriend because whatever. But
you don't want him to have that power of fiance.
I've only ever called him my husband or my boyfriend. Like, I still feel like he's my husband.
That's interesting because I feel like most people are like, for better or worse, are like, boyfriend's sounds like a kid, fiance is so fancy. But you're like, no, boyfriend's chic.
The thing is, he's my boyfriend, and it's like we've been together for so long that it's like it's almost his name at this point. It's like that's my boyfriend.
Shout out Big Mace Dog.
Yeah, Mace Dog. And so I want to get married in LA because I always have to travel for my family, and it's quite a financial burden, and it's like I'm always going home. And so I'm like, it's my wedding, like I'll get married in LA and then everyone will come to me. Turns out, first of all, the political allyship that's existed forever is completely broken down. Nobody wants to come to America anymore.
Yeah. And I wonder why, by the way.
No reason, first of all.
That's just like
literally
so
no
random.
reason. They're being so dramatic.
Yeah.
And I also didn't realize that every single man in my family has a secret DUI that I didn't know about. And so they're all scared to cross the border. And I would have never known had I not suggested this.
Did they get the DUIs in America though, or are you not allowed to enter if you have?
No, if you have a criminal record, it's like, for some of them, they're like, it's so long ago, it'll probably be okay. But I've always been scared to cross the border because it's like it's like a felony or something.
The one thing unfortunate about dudes is they are gonna have secret DUIs.
Dudes always have secret DUIs,
and it's just like just own them. I'm just kidding. We do not condone DUIs. I'm like, that's the stance.
There's nothing wrong with DUIs.
Oh, well, another Canadian. Sorry, now that this is so American to be like, hey, you're a Canadian, even though this is a separate part of the country. But that same bar where the bartender was a little feisty with us, she was also wearing a shirt that said, "Yes, I'm a bitch, just not your bitch," which kind of I respect her greatly for that.
Yeah, I feel like people are really, really doing like T-shirts that are their personality again, and then we took a big break from that.
Yeah.
But it does run. Do you guys have Blue Notes? Did you guys have the store Blue Notes?
No.
It's kind of like a, I don't know, PacSun or something.
Okay,
Like they had like graphic
journeys.
tees and stuff.
Hot Topic is what we had.
Oh, okay, yeah, more like Hot Topic. And so I remember when I was in high school, everybody was like wearing shirts that was like, yeah, that just really implied what your whole thing was.
Yeah. And weirdly for like millennials, in the States, it was like bacon is epic sauce for whatever reason. It's just like, and bacon's good. I like it as much, but like some marketing director is like, we're going to make bacon the biggest thing
Bacon
ever.
is king. Bacon is king. Write that down.
I paused my video game to be here.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
yeah, I feel like
amazing.
dating was a lot of like buy me tacos and touch my butt. Like it was like just the cringiest stuff.
I'm really glad you brought this up. Because we're gonna call this is a segment only for you that we've not done on the show. This is called "Could She Be Any More Millennial?" Okay, Max, do you have these pictures
I do.
ready to go? Okay, we're gonna bring up some pictures. We do like to do research around here. It's so beautiful having this show and doing research because this is some of the most millennial posting I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
All right, Max, give us the first example. This is on your Instagram. You're too blessed to be stressed. Let it go and enjoy this day. Joel Osteen, by the way. Rules that you were posting. Do you know who Joel Osteen is?
Yeah, the thing is, this is millennial to post it this way, but I'm posting it ironically,
Okay.
obviously.
That's incredible.
But that's part of the cringe. Is that I thought that was so funny.
You're just like, it's kind of like nowadays, like a Gen Z kid will find a Raytheon t-shirt at a thrift shop.
Exactly. I have a Monsanto shirt that I love.
Yeah, this is like the version of that.
Yes.
Okay, can we go to the next one? This is good stuff. I think people spend too much time staring into screens and not enough time drinking wine, tongue kissing, and dancing under the moon. This is in 2014, and your caption is in all caps, I effing love tongue kissing.
And you know what's also so funny? I don't. I don't know who I was fronting for.
But this was, do you think this was like a subtweet? Was this just getting someone's attention, or was this just like, I'm cool and I'm like, yeah,
That's a
you're like
great
20
question.
at this time?
Yeah, around 20. I wonder what was going on with me to post this. That's so funny. And it's also like the white background. This was at a time, this was an update of Instagram time. I don't know if you remember, where everything was like, had like a white grid behind it. And so I had a separate app that added white in different like dimensions so that when you looked at it, all of the pictures were kind of small and had like a white frame. It was insane.
That was the era of Instagram where it was like, you couldn't post multiple pictures. So it was like, pic collage or whatever.
Yes,
like you had to download other apps in order
Third-party apps were absolutely getting my time.
Yeah. Are we enjoying this, or is this should we have a couple more?
No, I like it.
It's just very... the nostalgia for millennial. You can switch to the next one. I sneezed on the beat and the beat got sicka. That's just classic Beyonce.
That's just good lyricism. Yeah. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
But there was a time, and trust me, Beehive, I know we've had our problems in the past. No, I'm just kidding. I've been
But now it's all love.
It's all love.
Yeah.
No, Beyonce is the best, but almost the same thing as the bacon. That was just like, unless you're Beyonce, don't interrupt me while I'm drinking my coffee, would be like the...
Totally. Just what a weird attitude. And I was like, I've been thinking about it so much because I have like quite a few Gen Z people in my life, because I have like a ton of cousins that are all like high school, early 20s. And everybody is so worried about being cringe, which is obviously a reaction to us. Like everyone's kind of reacting to like whoever's 5-10 years older than you. You're kind of like, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But they're so cringe that they're like, they're not partying, they're not having sex, they're not like doing anything. And it's because you have to put yourself out there a little bit in order to have those things. And I think it's also, we were all having so much sex that this was fine to post.
I don't know about but sure.
It was absolutely like an overconfidence of like all of my needs were being fulfilled. I was like, had everything I wanted. The economy was fine.
Yeah. Dude, I remember I used to like get my eyebrows eyebrows threaded in college, and then and then post a story and be like, eyebrows on fleek. And like, can you imagine if like someone did that today? They would get but it was like to be cringe is to be free. As
I think that's funny to still post that today. I think that we all need to. I don't think I rebuke the feeling of embarrassment. I think that it's like, I think post literally anything at any time.
Yeah. Incredible. Like, I mean, you dedicated a whole second Instagram account to Sophie Doodles with your pictures.
Yeah, I mean,
go check it out. Some great drawings. All right, we got one more, or maybe a couple, but we can do one more just because I'm having fun.
Do you do this to everyone? You don't do this to everybody?
I've been known to like procure an old yearbook of people's or do some fun.
So you're into like a humiliation ritual.
Oh, you hate this. We can move on.
No, obviously I hate that. Why nap all day, sleep all night, party never? Like why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Or why would I pull this up?
Yeah, all of it. Why even? Why?
This is fun. I think that's what I'm talking about.
You're trying to ruin my life right now.
No, this is the time. I was posting the same stuff when I literally.
Why aren't you pulling up your post? Why don't we?
We've embarrassed myself plenty of times on this show.
I didn't see it.
It's true. We can.
I think that you should do yours first before you pull up the guest.
Okay.
I think that's more polite.
I didn't make you feel comfortable. You're right. And this was supposed to be way later in the show after I had. But
this is how you're opening the show. This is a horrible precedent.
That's me wearing a Free Hugs t-shirt at Warped Tour.
Okay.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
And you want to know what's actually sad about this? In the back of my head, I was like, is it kind of corny to wear a Free Hugs shirt? Maybe a little bit, but that would be cool if a cute girl came and hugged me. Not one single person hugged me, and I was there for 11 hours. And also, it's a sheep with glasses on the shirt. I look the exact same. I have the same hair and the same glasses.
Okay.
So, and guess what? Just to make you, we'll clip all this in. This will be the clip where it's just the embarrassment ritual.
Oh,
of
just
me.
yours.
Yes,
just yours.
Okay.
So,
nice.
I feel comfortable again.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was more attack. I meant it more like I have done this to other people where I bring up their very millennial stuff, and it made me feel that is when the internet was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because like everyone who followed you also saw that. Like if you were to post like an inspirational screenshot today, it would get 7 likes, and the algorithm's like, sorry, you're not rage baiting. We're not going to show this to anybody.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, I respect it greatly, and
unbelievable.
Okay, now we got your bank statements here that we're gonna go through real quick. And all right, no, this is called After School Snack. We like to have people give us a meaningful snack or treat growing up. You're allergic to gluten, and all the things your parents fed you had gluten in them.
Yeah.
So you're like, I don't want to do
bit of a minefield.
any of those. So you requested. Matzah, gluten-free matzah bread from Whole Foods. The problem is it does have to be homemade because part of the show is I can't cook and I try to cook for my friends.
Oh, okay.
So I did attempt to make you homemade gluten-free matzah bread.
So hard.
Max, hit the custom theme song.
Sophie got home from school. She wants a snack for real, but she has to be careful that it doesn't make her ill. 'Cause it's so hard to be a gluten-free girl in a gluten-filled world. A gluten-filled world. That's why we have this matzah bread. You can eat it real quick and you won't get sick.
Wow.
Thank you.
Shout out
That was
to Max
amazing. That was amazing.
You're like, you guys are making songs about me and pulling up old posts.
I actually, I gotta say, you sneezed on the beat and the beat got sick.
Oh, hey, check this out.
Oh, dab on him, son. Oh, wow. We did that is, and honestly, that is the first dab of this podcast at After School Snack. You got the first dab. Do you want to do the first 6-7 dance as well? You want to do this?
Whoa!
6-7?
Hit a cat daddy. Hit a cat daddy.
Can we get cat daddy?
Hey!
What about the 6-7 dab?
Yeah.
Wow,
generational.
So
yeah.
see, I just did so many things that can be
You've united
screenshot.
the country.
Yes, that is what I've done. I was gonna say I've just done so many things that can be isolated and now circulated. That's very cringe.
That's true.
Just to get to down with you. Okay, so these were really well done, by the way.
These look great.
These are really.
These
we got the
good.
strips. I realize these ones are just plain. This one has like a little bit of like a blend, a garlic bread. Would you like to try it?
Which one does the chef recommend?
The weird shaped one has seasoning on it. The ones that are in strips.
Everything seasoning?
The seasoning is like just like a salt, pepper, garlic blend.
Lovely. I like that it's thicker than typical matzah bread.
Oh yeah, that was because I didn't know what I was doing. Can I be honest? Making this for you made me
I can't believe you tried to. I didn't know that was like part of it.
Yeah, it's like a fun thing that we do here. You can be as mean or nice about it as you want. I'm already hesitant with the look on your face.
Hang on.
I also almost broke down in tears because I realized how hard it is to make homemade food during this, and I wish my mom was still alive so I could say sorry for all the times I took for granted that you made nice home cooked meals.
This is not bad.
Okay.
This is not a bad effort.
Not a bad effort is very nice. That's very Canadian of
You
me to
even
say.
have the little like fork pokes in it, a little bit of texture.
Yeah.
This is not a disaster.
Okay.
I would describe this as edible.
Wow.
Okay. Not a disaster. Would describe it as edible.
And this is a snack that my mom would give me, but like regular matzah bread with butter on it.
Gotcha.
And so gluten-free, I was like, oh, it's still kind of the snack that I had, but if I had known that you were making it, I would have picked like apple slices or something.
Oh no, it's kind of more fun if it is something that is hard to make. Unfortunately, what happens is I tend to hate crime with the more complicated the dish is, and so I don't know the order of releasing these, but earlier today I tried to make fried plantains for a friend, and it was
Yum.
It was pretty tough sledding.
And so why don't you know how to cook at all?
It's just not anything I ever do, or like if me and my wife aren't big into cooking, so like if we're making meals, it is like, hey, we're just like, let's just like rice, ground. I can take that for you.
No, I'm gonna keep it close.
It's like if you need a napkin.
Do I?
Okay, I wasn't trying to be a
Fuck?
Wow,
What the
dude.
fuck? Did
She
you see
just
that?
blocked
Did you
you.
see how
That
he
was
talked
crazy.
to me?
and you're a sloppy pig that needs this napkin. So
Do I have
you
something in my teeth?
You have
Yeah.
nothing.
It's
in your
crazy to
teeth.
make people eat on camera.
Everything about this show
It's very
is
mean. This is a very mean podcast.
Aw.
You're trying to bully me.
This is really
made you a fun
heartbreaking
song.
stuff. Everyone who's come on this podcast is like, wow, custom made snack, custom made song, so thoughtful. And you're like, hey, I've never hated anything
I'm feeling
more.
bullied.
And it wasn't great that we brought up old Instagram.
Do you guys have
posts.
kids? Do you and your wife have kids?
We don't. We don't think
Oh,
we
well,
want
that's
to have
why you're not
kids.
cooking. I feel like people like learn if you haven't cooked before, you learn to cook when you have kids because you have to like make something fast.
Yeah. So it's not that we don't cook. We just don't cook we just cook for the fact that we need nutrients in our body. It's just like, great,
Yeah.
let's just put some rice, ground turkey, and
Totally.
veggies in a
Veggies,
thing.
yeah.
It's not like, hey, I'm gonna, like whip up, like my sisters or my mom or whoever like cook like nice meals. Do you like to cook?
Yeah, I like to cook because I used to work in a kitchen too, and that made me like much more comfortable cooking. Like you just get comfortable with like heat and sharp stuff and flames and
Yeah.
and so I really enjoy cooking, and so I cook a lot at home.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, this show's getting me more comfortable. Last night as I was trying to make the dough, I didn't realize this as I put it onto a surface to roll it out. It was much more hummus texture than it should have been.
Well, gluten-free cooking is so hard too. Gluten-free bread specifically is so hard. Like this is like one of the. I wouldn't try to make gluten-free matzah bread. That's crazy. So I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I ruined a cutting board that I had to throw away because the way it like how messy the dough turned out, it like caked up on a way that I couldn't get it all off, and then my
Turned
oven
into cement.
my oven igniter wouldn't stop clicking, and it was like 10 p.m. last night, and I just got off a flight, and I ruined a cutting
my
board,
God.
and I'm like, is the house gonna start on fire? And I called Max crying, and I'm like, I wish my mom was here so I could tell her that.
Oh, and your anger at me has been reflected in the episode
And now I'm
so
taking it
far.
all on you.
Yeah,
Now I'm
and you're
taking it
acting
all
like
on you.
I'm coming out of nowhere saying that. There is animosity coming in from you on your end.
And
You need to choose joy. You need to choose peace. I didn't make you make this.
An average, unimpressive, straight white guy taking out his problems on a woman, that doesn't
On
seem
a
like it'd be
beautiful
something.
woman? That's never happened before.
That doesn't seem like it would. Oh, I actually do. While we're on culinary, I do have one more question.
Well, we're on culinary, yeah.
I don't think I brought this up earlier. So the whole at that same bar, did I just ask you this? At the plum sauce. Have we talked about plum sauce? Are you familiar with plum sauce?
I'm familiar with plum sauce.
Okay, that was the other thing at the Toronto bar where they're like, oh, we don't have, the kitchen can't make anything other than chicken tenders and fries, and we're like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And they drop it off, and it's this sauce I've never seen before. I'm like, oh, what sauce is this? He's like, oh, plum sauce. I'm like, oh, I'm unfamiliar. And he goes, are you from Canada? And I was like,
I didn't realize plum sauce was good. I would never order plum sauce with a chicken tender, but that I mean, that is crazy. That's crazy to plop plum sauce down and be like, you don't know this?
But it
like,
does. I guess it seems like a fairly ubiquitous thing there. So I was like, oh, what is it? He was like, use it for your chicken. And then walked away.
You like pick up the chicken and then you dip it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're American, so I can slow it down for you a little.
You don't understand how to eat, you dumb. But anyway, but the plum sauce, so it is a normal thing.
Have you traveled internationally much?
Yeah.
I feel like Europeans are much meaner to Americans than we are.
Oh, you guys weren't. Overall, Yes, I'm making it seem like you're mean. It was just more funny that he was just so shocked, like, you don't know plum sauce?
No, it happens to me all the time too in America. Like, I'll say, like, so for you guys, like a garbage disposal, do you already know this? Do you know what we call it?
I would love to hear.
Like when you just do the switch in the sink and it goes like, so in Canada it's called the garburator, which to me, I'm like, that's the sound that it makes, like a garburator. Of course, that's what it's called.
That's
and
a
then
way cooler name.
We were like looking at apartments, and I remember being like, oh, is there a garburator? It looks. She looked at me like I shit on the floor.
Yeah,
like she looked like I was the craziest
Are you the
person
dumbest
that's
person
ever
in the
lived.
world?
Yes.
That rolls so hard.
A carburetor. That's a sick name, though.
That's what it should be.
It should be.
That's what it goes.
I was looking up some Canadian slang before you got here. In the intro, I used keener, which is like a try hard in school. That's what we would call it, I guess.
Yeah,
kind
same.
of, right? Like, we just didn't use keener, but that is what it is, correct?
Yeah.
Like you're a try hard and you're like excited. Okay, tell me if this is true. This seems more Toronto based, so again, not your area of the country, but Wozzles, Wozzles.
Yeah, that feels like a Toronto. I don't know that one.
Okay, never mind then, because it was. I was like, this seems. You know when like British people say slang and you're like, that can't be what you call it. Like it's like something that we call like, we call this a candy bar, and they're like, we call it a num num stick, and you're just like, and you're just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But Wozzles, they claim that's Toronto slang for oral sex. Which I'm like, you can't call it like, oh, bro, I got Wozzles last night.
Oh, that's fun. That's
insane.
fun. What did you guys call getting head in high school?
Something my friends did.
Oh,
You didn't call it. It didn't come up for you, unfortunately.
It wasn't something that I had been.
For us, it was like getting dome.
getting dome.
Yeah.
We called it getting
What
bop.
was you struggling with?
I feel like, sorry, as I'm trying to do riffs. You're like 10
No, I'm
steps
open to riffs. You were trying to lock down some Wozzles.
In high school, I would hear the guys who were doing that sort of thing, like they would say like, road dome. Like
if you're driving, yeah.
But
for us, it was a lot of getting dome, getting brain.
We called it getting bopped also.
Getting bopped? Oh,
okay.
That's interesting.
Getting sloppy.
Sloppy's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like thinking about slang stuff from high school for this, and I realized that like a lot of my slang from high school is just Arabic, the language, because I went to school with a lot of Lebanese people.
Cool.
Incredible.
And so I was like, oh my God, nobody says wallahi anymore. But I'm like, oh no, it's just a language.
Yeah.
And so,
you're like, Habibi. Why none of my friends call me Habibi?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I connect so deeply with, like, Emil Wakim, because he's Lebanese, because he just says Habibi and stuff. And I was like, oh, he knows my slang. But it's literally the language Arabic. And so like wallahi was huge for us, because it's like, swear to God. It would be like, bro, say wallahi.
Yeah.
And I still say wallahi instead of swear to God. It's so satisfying.
And you're a very pale blonde person, so it is very fun.
Pale.
It's like,
this
bro,
is my tan. This is my summer. This is my summer skin, actually.
Bro, on God, for real, say wallahi.
Yeah, yeah.
This is gonna come to a shock to you, but I'm also Lebanese.
You're Lebanese?
Like some, yeah.
In the way that I'm Lebanese, or like you're actually Lebanese?
No, like that's like that was like, every Christmas we had like our like Lebanese cuisine, and like my aunts and uncles can speak.
You're having Lebanon.
Arabic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or
yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I was gonna try to prove more that I was Lebanese, but then it kind of feels like that person that's like, I'm not white, I'm 1/16 whatever, and you're just like, whatever.
You say Colombia, but every other word normal.
So I have a great grandfather from Colombia.
I know, they always do that. It's so funny. Yeah, but I just like, all of my slang was sharmuta, bad word, but like wallah too, and habibi, and it was just like, that was how everybody talked. Inshallah. Yeah, I mean, inshallah still seems pretty big.
Yeah, like God will it. Yeah, so I guess, is that like usually we do the segment Kids These Days, where we talk slang that you used versus that kids use today. Is there any non-Arab ones, or is there like Canadian ones that you also like, garburator? I guess.
I wouldn't know. I think I wouldn't know if it was Canadian or not. but definitely a lot of like getting slizzard, like stuff that I'm sure can be traced back to Kesha.
Yeah. That's just very millennial slang. I haven't heard get slizzard in so...
Like a G6?
Like, yeah.
Like a,
Dude, brother, I cannot wait this weekend to get fly like a G6 and just get slizzard out of my mind.
I'm going to grab my free hugs t-shirt and we're about to get crazy. I definitely, what did you guys call mushrooms? I feel like what people called like pod and mushrooms might be regional because we called mushrooms muggers.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like that might be Canadian.
I don't think anyone's called them anything other than shrooms where I'm from.
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware if people were doing I wasn't hanging out with people if they were doing
Okay, so yeah, you weren't getting head, you weren't doing what were you doing in high school?
Hooping,
playing
bro.
basketball. I didn't kiss a girl in high school. Like I was terrified to like talk to girls in that way.
Because you didn't have a free kisses shirt. You
I
didn't
should've
open
had the free
yourself to
kisses.
the universe.
It was also one of those cases. I have 3 sisters and no brothers, and so like I was always in situations where, like, looking back, there were probably also situations where it was probably perceived that I was flirting, but I was just like, well, this is just how like I joke around with my sisters and their friends.
Yeah.
And then
you're always going up to your sisters and being like, oh my God, my hand is so much bigger than yours. You're like, that's just how we talk.
Yeah. I was always flirting with my sisters. Of course. That was a classic, like,
I feel
high
like
school.
that's the opposite. I feel like that's the opposite of guys with sisters. I feel like guys with sisters usually clean up because they're like, see women as people. And so you're like more comfortable. You know what I mean? This is a real thing.
Oh, that sounds... Seeing women as people?
You're like, no, we didn't have that in America.
In small town Minnesota? No, I think it was just one of those things. I'm a very scared, nervous person. And so anytime there was flirtation, joking around happening, it just did feel like, oh, my sister's friends would be over and I'd kick it with them. So then the moment it would turn into something other than that, I was either too dumb to realize or I was just like, I'm going to make a fool of myself.
Oh.
So I'll like run away. Or whatever.
Are your sisters older or younger?
2 older, 1 younger.
Oh my God, older sibling friends are the hottest people in the world.
Yeah.
I'm an only child, but like my friends would have big brothers and they would have their friends. Oh my God, there's no drug like friends, older brothers, friends.
Yeah. It's kind of like a whole, I feel like, genre of song out there where it's just like...
I thought you were going to say porn for sure, right? Oh. That's quite a twist. You zigged and I zagged.
Yeah. I mean, we keep it pretty PG here at the after school snack. As I've been like, anyways, is this what they called oral sex in Canada? It's clean when I do it.
Were you guys like religious or something?
Yeah.
Which
yeah, but
religion?
not like non-denominational Christian. But like that's not normal to like not like to be too afraid to kiss. I was just
social anxiety?
I guess, yeah, looking back, I'm like, I think I should have just been on medication.
For the anxiety?
Yeah. Like, literally, I was just like, if I do it wrong, not only is it going to be embarrassing, but she's going to laugh at me and tell everyone, and then everyone at school is going to be like, he doesn't know how to kiss.
No.
Was kind of like
Are
the
you
thought.
on medication now?
No, I'm just raw dogging it.
Wow.
Does it as you come here and I'm like, and you need a napkin, don't you? Anyway, I hear your most embarrassing post. Does it seem like I'm medicated and normal now?
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
So, but were you like, I guess, in high school? I know you played soccer. We've talked about that briefly in a green room before. But like, and I know you're also a child actor. Shout out, Baka, legendary film.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna walk.
You don't like these polls?
I mean, I don't know what I thought coming on a podcast about talking about high school. So I don't know what I was picturing, but it's like it's such a weird, embarrassing feeling to like remember past things.
You don't.
Just having memories. And honestly, me remembering.
I've never had. What you just said, that's what I felt in high school.
Okay.
Existing and having a past is maybe the worst thing that could ever happen.
I never feel embarrassed in things that happen in the moment. And then as soon as it's like, even something from like 2 weeks ago, I'm like, what was I wearing? Like, it's just, there's something about the past that makes me feel sick.
You don't want to talk doll-eyed killers or anything like that?
Oh my God, that's so weird.
Listener, this is Sophie, was a child actress, was in some great horror films. So you were high school. I feel like you had to have been a confident high schooler because you played sports, you're an actress, but you also started doing comedy at 15 and also lied to everybody about it and was just like, I'm an adult just like you guys.
Yeah.
So like, where does a confidence like that as a high school kid even come from?
Yeah, I've always felt quite confident. And I think it's because my mom and my grandma are both very confident. And they're like much more introverted than I am.
Yeah.
But my mom and grandma and I are very close. And they're just like very confident in like they really just know who they are. And they're the same person everywhere they go. And they just know that works. And I think that it just set a really strong example of like, and I think I also, because I was an only child, I was like, so desperate for socialization that you just turn it on when you need to, you need friends, you want people around, and so you got to be charming if you don't have a brother.
Yeah.
Got to convince people to join your family.
Yeah. But what did I know you've mentioned on like other pods and interviews, like you kind of just made a little bit of a persona, so you were like doing like jokes. Wait, you're giving me a look like I'm about to say something crazy.
No.
Okay. Never been less confident on this pod in my life. I'm like, don't make her feel uncomfortable again with the food.
No,
he hates when you like listen politely to him. It makes like the other day we had an interaction where he's like, do you hate what I'm saying right now? I'm like, no, I'm just making eye contact.
Yeah, he's like, this is just eye contact.
We can do this thing. I did this with my boyfriend. Is kind of like you. He's very neurotic, and he never did like drugs or anything. And so eventually, I convinced him to do like a little bit of an edible, like a pot edible. And it was me and my boyfriend and his nephew, who he's very close with. And
I'm assuming also like adult-ish.
Yeah. Nephew is like 18 or 19.
He's like 7. We were just doing an edible.
That's how we do it in Canada.
Yeah,
the drinking age is different. But it was like I knew my boyfriend was going to be like, first time doing drugs. It was this whole thing. And so I wrote him a little note that said, we love you and we're not mad at you. And I wrote it down and I was like, you can reference this as much as you want when you're high. And there were quite a few times where we'd just be sitting watching a movie and you'd hear crinkle, crinkle.
That's actually really beautiful. That's really beautiful that you wrote that, and it's really beautiful that it was a safe enough space where he's like, I'm not too embarrassed to like bring this up.
No, he's
That's
happy to.
sweet.
And is that too much to ask that everywhere I go in life, I just want people to be holding up signs that say, we love you and we're not mad at you?
Well, that's what I was just thinking. It was like, if we could get like a pen, maybe I could write you a note that's like, I'm not uncomfortable.
Okay.
And you can just look at that whenever you need.
Perfect. My fears that I'm gonna hate crime. So no, you've said in like other interviews before that you would like kind of like do jokes like sexual material or things that weren't true because you're just like, well, this is what other people are like talking about, and this is like. And
I was not having sex yet. Yeah, no, totally. I absolutely was just doing this weird like adult character.
And did those jokes like land well?
No. I'm sure I was bombing. Like I felt like I was crushing.
Right.
Because I have an inflated sense of confidence for no reason. Because I have a mom and a grandma, I guess.
I mean, you have a lot of awards and accolades, and you've achieved a lot in.
Not then though. Like I was like I've always walked like I had accolades.
Yeah, which I mean, kind of that's confidence begets confidence sort of situation.
I think both my parents are very like flirty, and I think it's because my parents were never like married to each other, and so I always grew up watching my parents date other people, and they both have a certain swagger that I think was maybe the confidence that I was learning.
Yeah,
gotcha.
That makes sense. What else were you talking about on stage? Like, I guess, how do you even hide that you're a teenager from these people?
It's pretty easy. Best Selling actually has a great joke where it's like men only believe women when they're lying about being 18.
That is really sad and unfortunate that's a funny joke.
But I did, I had like big boobs early, and like it's like it was like not that hard. And then because my mom and I had been going to the comedy club just to like watch, we had gotten to know the staff there pretty well. And like staff at a comedy club is just comedians. And so I had like met everybody under the context that I was older because I was like going as a customer for a long time, and so it was like a pretty easy way to wade into lying about being an adult. Yeah. And then it's also really nice because I'm like 30 now, and so 31 now, and so I've always wanted to be 30. Like my whole life I wanted to be 30. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be 30. Like it's such a funny thing because there was just this like freedom, and I never felt like 30 was old. Like I do think that maybe some teenagers look at 30 and they're like, that's the oldest person in the world. But I always was like, oh, that's the most attractive version of somebody. They have freedom, they have money, they have career stuff, they have creativity, they have their own apartment, you can decorate it however you want. Like everything I've wanted in my whole life comes to this beautiful moment of 30.
Yeah. And now here you are in your 30s.
Yeah.
God, I know that I'm not aging gracefully because anytime someone says they're younger than me, I automatically am just like...
How old are you?
34. There's not even that much older at all.
That's a lot older.
But
wow.
Yeah. If you could actually please take me to my doctor's appointments after this, that would be really that'd be really helpful.
Pop. We gotta get you your knee medication.
It's not the best neighborhood. If you could walk me to my car, that'd be really helpful. I mean, you have accomplished kind of an insane amount before turning 30 in terms of like Juno Awards and writing on big like hours.
If you count Canadian stuff, totally.
I mean, this hour is 22 minutes is an insanely popular Canadian show, right?
Question mark. He says.
I say it confidently. Okay, but aside from the sexual stuff, what else were you saying at like 15? Do you remember your jokes from back then, or like would you talk about it at school with your did your school friends know that you were doing it?
Some of my friends knew. Yeah, certainly my like close friends knew. I wasn't like spreading it around because I kind of think that people would think that that's weird, and I was also trying to be popular at school. Yeah, and it's like it was a different time of comedy too. Like this was like before Netflix, before YouTube, and so comedy was very niche still. Yeah. And this was also a time where people really did not like female comics. It was like I started kind of in the like older era of stand-up, and so it was still just completely normal to be like, no, we already have one woman booked on this show, or like, well, women aren't funny, so you'll have to wait for a few months to get, like, and it was just like normal, and you were kind of like, okay, and like it's just so crazy now to look at it. But it wasn't something where I was like, oh, this is so cool, I can't wait to tell everyone. It was like, oh, this is like it's almost my weird, dirty little secret that I'm doing stand-up.
Right. Yeah, I guess it is like, it not being as mainstream, people just maybe, even if they did know, they might have been like, okay, sure, whatever. Yeah. Were you popular in high school? Or popular adjacent?
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
That's every... It's
the same as when you say like, oh, you guys are rich, and I go, we're comfortable.
Yeah. That's very insane that you said that, because literally in these chairs 2 hours ago, I accused my guest of not acknowledging his pretty privilege, and then I equated it to just being like, yeah, people get so upset if you ask if they're rich. And it's just like, well, you're driving a Bentley and you live in a nice area, so I guess I didn't need to ask, but you can also just say, yes.
Were you popular?
No, I guess like my friend group was the kind of friend group that like if the popular kids didn't want to go out and party, but they still wanted to like hang out with people who could be fun, they'd hang out with us. And maybe if some kids who didn't have as much of a social life wanted to feel like cool kids are hanging out with us, we would be who they called. So we'd be kind of like in a happy medium.
But you had friends.
Yes, I had friends, and I was on the basketball team, so like sports was easy. But Minnesota, similar to Canada, like hockey is the big thing. Yeah. So we would have like a home basketball game, and there'd be like an away hockey game, and like everyone would be like at the away hockey game.
Oh, so you didn't play any hockey?
We would, our basketball coach would get so mad, we would finish basketball practice and go out to the ponds and play pond hockey in the middle of basketball. Like we're making a state tournament run. And like we're out on the pond.
And so you love hockey.
Hockey's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a Habs fan or a Sens fan?
I'm a Habs fan. Sens, like the Ottawa Sens were so bad when I lived in Ottawa. Like I remember at school they would just give tickets away at high school, and they couldn't give the tickets away. Like nobody cares about the Sens, but the Habs are great. And I'll root for kind of any Canadian team. Like whenever they're playing the Kings, if there's a Canadian team playing, I'll go.
That's fun. That's so funny because I feel like Canadian teams in the NHL have such a big rivalry against each other, and you're just like, I love them all. They're all my children. Yeah,
because I like to bother everybody a little bit. Yeah. And so that bothers all of Canada to lump them in.
It is really funny supporting a bad sports team because being from Minnesota, the Timberwolves are like one of the losingest percentage-wise like teams in all of North American pro sports, but the last 4 years they've been good in like making playoff runs.
Congratulations.
But like a picture will be circulating all the time like of like our grocery chain in Minnesota. It says like, what is it? It's like if you buy 3 cans of creamed corn, you can get 2 free tickets to the Timberwolves game. And it's like, do you know how bad you have to be that they're like, okay, please buy creamed corn and you will have free
The creamed
tickets.
Corn company is like, please stop lumping us in with you. It's horrible for sales.
They're like, no one's wanting to buy this. No one's wanting to buy this now. Yeah. All right, our next segment that we like to do is Classroom Corner. Is there like a silly, zany, or crazy incident from your time in school growing up?
Oh, yes, I do have one. So there was one year in high school where during exam season, somebody pulled the fire alarm halfway through the exam, and everybody filed outside and like told each other the answers, and then went back inside and finished the exam. And then they went on to do that every single exam that year. And it was like huge for our school. We got like incredible grades. We got more funding. I went to like a really shitty high school, and it was like it changed. It actually literally changed everything for our school. And so it happened so many times in a row that our school changed it so that when you pull the fire alarm, nothing would happen. Like the sound would go off.
That's not safe at all.
All it would do was alert the front desk, and then the front desk ladies would go to that quadrant of the school and look to see if there was like visible fire, and then if there wasn't, like nothing would happen. And so some of the boys started lighting fires in the change rooms. It was so awesome.
Can I just, again, to be my old man yells at cloud, kids of youth of America, I know you're all tuned in right now. Your chat GPT and your cheating, we used to resort to starting fire.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. We turn to the elements.
Yeah. Oh,
and
is it
community.
Is it cringe to light fires at your school? Oh, so then put me in cringe jail.
Put me in cringe. Please take me away to
Lock
cringe
me up.
jail. And not only we're starting fires, we're having community. We're talking face to face outside.
Yes.
We're sharing the answers.
Yeah.
That was.
I think the Gen Z actually is like having an upturn though, because everyone's always talking about how they don't drink alcohol and they don't party and they don't have friends and they're bad socially, blah blah blah. They haven't been old enough to drink yet.
Yeah.
And they're only now entering the age where they can start drinking. And I think when Gen Z starts drinking alcohol, they will start having sex and they will start socializing better.
You know, I think that might be true, but I think there's like 28-year-old Gen Zs out there right now.
Well, they have no excuse for their behavior.
But the younger ones, the younger generation, we're counting on you.
Yeah.
I think that, a couple questions. First being exam season in Canada, is that like standardized testing and your school gets, the better you do, the more funding your school gets?
Something like that. Yeah, like the end of the semester when all the exams are happening.
But it's like a standardized thing. It's not just like that teacher specific final.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Because that would be hilarious if they're just like, this school's really smart, give them more resources. These kids dumb, they get nothing.
I feel like there is some degree of that.
Probably. I mean, school systems are pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, in America, it's based off, the schools get funded off of property tax. So if you live in a poor area, your school gets less funding. And it's like, yeah, these poor kids don't deserve real textbooks.
Wow. I wonder if that's how it is in Canada, too. I have no idea. That's such a horrible system.
Yeah, it's really bad that it's not just like, all right, all the money. Sure,
it's almost like America wants rich people to have an easier time.
Yeah, I'm really...
If I didn't know any better.
If I didn't know any better, I'm really afraid that they're going to just make public school AI. Like AI public school.
100% they are.
And as you see, like Zuckerberg and all these other like big tech people, they're specifically sending their kids to screenless schools, like where you like
like Montessori, nature, learning to garden.
And that's what like the elite are doing. So it's like their kids are going to be smarter and better at writing and whatever. And
also just have a regulated nervous system. Like if you don't have screens, your nervous system is like the biggest leg up you can have for your whole life, and it's formed when you're a kid.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like having.
Oh yeah, why are you so anxious? Why were your parents anxious when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom not. She was very happy.
We're not placing blame. I'm just wondering why.
Why am I so anxious?
Yeah.
It's confusing to me that people are out there that are just like, I deserve nice things to happen to me.
And so it's like a guilt thing. Like you don't think that you deserve good things.
Yeah. I talked about this. Who did I talk about this with? My hair's thinned out a ton, and it like is not fun.
No, it's still thick.
It's not that bad.
It's if you
it's
just
not thick at all. It's not thin at all.
It's not thick at all. Freudian slip.
No, it looks
but
great.
If you saw what it used to be like super thick and curly, and I've like seen like on the sides or whatever. Doesn't matter. It has thinned out a ton, and it's like I stare in the mirror every day, and I'm just like, I don't want to go bald. And you can easily go get hair transplants. It's not hard to do, and they're not even that expensive anymore. Or even if you have a following,
I have lots of friends that have gotten hair plugs.
Yeah. And if you have a following, you can kind of just tell them like, hey, I'll post about this, and they'll give it to you they'll like fly you out, give it to you for free. But there's something in me that it's like, I deserve to be bald, and this is my lot in life, and I must be bald.
Is it you're worried you're gonna get made fun of, or
no?
Like,
It's just I deserve it. It's just the way. It's kind of the same thing of.
So it's like a self-love thing.
Hey, this is a good podcast, huh? Hey, come over and let me tell you about all the things that I.
It is interesting because I so don't have that, and so I'm so like I just wonder where that's from.
Couldn't tell you, but I mean, yours is the healthier way to be. I think people should walk around being like, yeah, I should be nice to others and not hoard stuff, but I also deserve nice things to happen to me. Like if my little nephews came up to me and they were like, I deserve to be bald and a loser, I'd be like, you're so special and I love you, and I'd give them a hug.
But do you feel like they deserve those things? Like, do you feel like that you would be glad if they're talking to themselves that way?
No.
Or no.
No, I wouldn't want them to talk to themselves that way.
Right. And
I'd
so
be like,
why do you think it's okay to talk to yourself that way?
I don't think it's
Yeah,
okay.
get him.
No, I'm just curious. I'm just, it's
I've been
like,
trying to hype him up for so long, dude.
yeah.
Max, be my therapist if my therapist was Action Bronson.
Look here, you got a lack of the confidence, and I don't really appreciate it because your career's pretty competent. It's swordfish sauce with the side on the salsa. Believe in yourself because you're a motherfucking bosser.
Wow, that was great.
Thank
Do you
you.
know Action Bronson?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Matt, do you want to give him a impersonation to do?
No, I'm not trying to deflect from anything, so I don't need that right now.
Oh!
Yeah, could I just get some gunshot sounds?
We'll put that in post.
Got his ass alert.
It's very American of you to ask for the gunshot sounds.
Yeah, I'm trying to do your culture.
Yeah,
you
that's
did
very-
mine.
That's a very good job.
Beam, bop, boom, bop, beam, bop.
Beam, bop, bam.
But pulling the fire alarms in order to get the
Genius, inspired.
so we had at our lunch there was A lunch, B lunch, C lunch, and B lunch was halfway in between.
Oh,
the
like different
class period.
periods of
yeah,
lunches?
like that was your lunch period.
Oh, I thought it's like how much money you had, you get a better lunch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did. No, we othered the poor kids during lunch as well.
Yeah, my
too.
dad got a big promotion. I got A lunch this year.
yeah. I get the good lunch. No, like it was based off your fourth period class. So like A lunch was before fourth period, C lunch was after, B lunch was in the middle.
Okay.
But similar to the fire being pulled, it was the best when you had a tough class for B lunch, because if there was a test or anything, you could go to lunch and like discuss and ask for the answers.
Amazing.
And also, why were the teachers dumb enough to give us the full test before the class started, and then we'd be going off to lunch and like.
I think this is the whole thing with high school. Like, I don't think it's actual academic knowledge they're really trying to put on us. I think that they're trying to see, like, you're practicing how to operate in the real world.
Yeah.
And so if there's like an opportunity like that, you got that's why the Gen Z is so weird, because they didn't have these opportunities to practice real life things on like a smaller, safer scenario.
Yeah, I mean, like some of the formative years, like COVID was my second full year teaching, maybe, and it did suck to see some of those kids like in formative years and like not have a prom, or like my first year substitute teaching, I was teaching 9th graders, and in LA they had like the last time they had done in-person school was 6th grade. Like they did 2 full years.
Oh, weird.
LAUSD.
Skipping middle school.
And so, yeah, and I was like, okay, I know freshmen are, that's how it always goes. Like the first year, like, at least in America, it's 6 through 8 for middle school. Like 6th graders are the
we had 7 and 8 was middle school.
Okay, yeah. And so like the 6th graders are always like the squirreliest, and then they mellow out as they go.
Yeah.
And then high school, and I'm like, I'm used to freshmen being like out of control, but this is like a completely different level. And I was like, oh, they haven't been in a school since they're in 6th grade. They kind of still act like 6th graders.
Whoa, so what were they acting like?
I don't know. Like instead of being like flirty like how a high schooler would be, they would be more like, let me like kind of push or like trip like the girl I like.
Just like
or
younger.
Yeah, they would
just like stunted. Of course. Yeah, I bet they're all stunted a couple years back.
Yeah, I think it's evened out now, but I think that first year coming out of the pandemic, we love Gen Z around here.
We're all stunted. No, of course, I love Gen Z too. I think that we're all stunted from the pandemic because we had like important years too that we lost.
Yeah. I mean, it was. Yeah. I didn't. It was a tough time.
You guys have a tough time in
I just
COVID?
started crying. COVID is actually. I think my COVID was very productive. It was obviously horrible. There's stressful times of like, how bad is this going to get? Or like when I got COVID, I like took it so seriously that I like isolated from my wife for 2 weeks. And I remember
you're just like my boyfriend. He took COVID like to a crazy degree.
Well, I was just like, I don't want to be responsible for getting her sick. So like, I remember we were like crying, like putting our hands up to the side of the door, being like, I miss you. But
then it doesn't have to be like this.
But when she got COVID, I was just like, I still slept next to her or whatever. I was like, I don't care if you give me COVID, but I don't want to give. Anyway, but COVID is what gave me the clarity of like, oh, if I want to do stand-up, I need to like actually go out there and start doing stand-up.
Oh,
and, like,
that's when you started stand-up?
Which is like a very bizarre time to start because like I did like a couple Zoom mics or whatever, but then when in like 2021 when LA opened back up, I just started going to mics, but then there was like a lot of like like your level comics, or maybe like a step below, that were like at mics that usually aren't hanging out at mics like that. So then I just pretended like I'd been there all along and kind of got to be friends with people who I probably wouldn't have like gotten access to until later in.
Okay, con man.
Yeah, I'm a fraud. Have we not learned anything?
No, do you know con man stands for confidence? So finally, when sneaking comes, it brings out the confident side.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
No, I would never have got. I figured we'd been doing stand up the same amount of time.
That's very kind. Yeah, if I would have.
But now I know your dirty little secret.
I'm trying to imagine me as a 15.
And I'm gonna go tell everyone.
Dude, everyone's gonna know.
I'm trying to imagine like 15-year-old me doing stand-up. I would have been like some weird like Republican vibes. I would have been like, they only voted for him because he's black. And it's like, whoa, hey. And it's just like,
whoa, get this kid off the stage.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Were you Republican in high school? I didn't know Minnesota had Republicans.
It overall is blue, but like just anywhere else, it's like the city is blue, and then as like as
were you in the
out,
country or suburbs?
I was in the suburbs, so like it was like more 50-50. I think I was more not paying attention to politics, and also if you grow up in church in America, you're like, well, because of abortions, you're vaguely always you have to vote
conservative leaning. Yeah. Conservative. So your parents are conservative.
Dad, thanks for listening to the podcast. Due to your wishes, I won't disclose.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Well, you can. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the suburbs.
Privacy.
I'm sure they voted for both parties at certain points. Centrist. You know the thing that's a certain party likes to say.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't vote based on party.
Even apolitical or like I wasn't paying attention is very one party coded.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but I love USA #1, and I think all parties are right.
Do you have citizenship?
No.
Cut that, Max. Cut that.
No, that's why I'm being so.
That's why you're being so
pro everybody.
Yeah, you gotta be pro nice. Okay, I've taken up way too much of your time. I do want to just bring up one more slang thing. I think this is only a certain part of Canada. Is it Winnipeg where they call sweatshirts bunny hugs, like hoodies?
Oh yeah, I think that's like a middle of the country thing. That I have heard of that.
Like people would, like when you were in Ottawa for high school, would you hear people?
No, but maybe Winnipeg.
Yeah, like it's just like a normal. It kind of just seems like a Willy Wonka.
Well, toques. Obviously, we have toques instead of like beanies.
Yeah.
Toques.
Yeah, you don't know toques?
No.
Yeah.
Just like a beanie with like a
nobody would ever say beanie in Canada. It's just toque.
Toque.
Yeah.
Darts instead of cigarettes. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I got bum a dart.
Bum a dart there, bud.
Well, the accent really came out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't smoke, but that's what people say.
Yeah, you gotta. That's how you gotta. All right. Is there anything else you want to like get off your chest or admit to?
Is there anything else you want to bring to the public's eye that I was hoping
we got
would be?
Loads. We got files. So I got the Epstein list here, and I've seen your name.
No, that's AI.
That's my AI personality. That was there. One more question for you. Am I invited to the wedding?
Of course.
Nice, dude. You got the invite.
I mean, you're the most religious person I know, so you'll have to officiate it.
I've officiated weddings before.
I have too.
So
we already have our friend doing it.
No, I just wanted to
feel. And he looks kind of more like a rabbi, which is kind of more my family's speed. Kind of no offense.
Cool. Well, it was very generous of you to make time for this.
There is something else I want to get off my chest. Yeah. I have never been asked to do a podcast with more apologies in the invite to have me here.
Mm-hmm. That's our brand.
We're working on it. That's what I was saying.
Go ahead, Max.
That's what I was saying. I've been trying to get him to work on his self-confidence for.
Well, I couldn't believe. I thought that he was like almost making fun of me. Like it was so Canadian. Like it was like, hey, sorry for reaching out. I would love to have you on the podcast. Absolutely no worries if I should kill myself. But you say the word and I will do it. And I was like, no, I'd like to come on. And you were like, thank you so much. So again, no worries if you have to cancel because obviously you don't want to do it. Like I couldn't believe it.
If this is an elaborate prank, that totally makes sense, and I'll happily be laughed at for you. Yeah. That's how I feel. But
I have pig blood ready.
That would rule. You know what I've realized though? If you want some realness, I've talked about in therapy that I don't like the feeling of taking up space, and so like asking someone to go out of and. To be honest, you're like a more successful, way cooler comedian than me, so it's like very cool to have you here.
And that goes without saying.
Yeah, thank you. And so I'm like, I don't ever want someone to have to feel bad saying no. Even though you wouldn't, if you didn't have time for it, didn't want to do it, you'd just be like, no.
Yeah.
So I've realized by saying sorry so many times, it actually is taking up more space instead of just being like,
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to do my podcast?
So-
No worries if not, and leave it at that.
So
But,
the answer for you is not like, oh, I deserve to take up space. It's like, oh, my polite nature actually takes up more space, and so in order to be smaller, I actually will be more business conscious.
Yes.
That's crazy. And you know what it is? I think because you do remind me so much of my boyfriend. He also has sisters, and I think the taking up space thing is kind of like something that's imposed on women, right? And so I think it's maybe you're so socialized as a woman that you've like picked up on these things, but you're doing it in like a man way, and so you're anxious about it, whereas women would just be quiet.
So I should just shut up is really what we're saying. That actually reminds me is I guess when me and my 3 sisters were young, my dad was like, hey, like, do you want to talk to my mom? My dad was like, should we talk about like the goals we want for our children? And my mom was like, to raise confident women who are sure of themselves. And my dad's like, okay, great. And what about Sam? She's like, to respect confident women who are sure of themselves.
Damn, that's a bar from Bar, baby.
And so
Wow.
I'm trying my best.
He
Mom.
goes, and what about Sam? And your mom goes, who? I don't know him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know any Sams.
She clearly wanted a Samantha.
No, but my boy, I try to help Mace a lot with like emails and stuff too, because there's a lot of sorry. It's a lot of like, it's a lot of that energy of I don't want to take up space or like or whatever it comes from him. I'm not sure, but I do think that it's like trust that other people have the ability to like say I'm not comfortable or say no, I can't come to that thing, or like I think it's like you have to trust others' ability to like stand up for themselves in the way that like their needs are met.
This is so nice and such good advice, and all I can think of is I've turned her valuable time into telling a straight white guy into how to have more confidence.
I don't mind. I'm an ally to the straight white male community.
You've always respected. You even have a father of your own. You were born to a man.
I know, and it's like obviously I wouldn't have empathy for men, but I have a father.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It helps me.
That's how it
Keep
works.
one of these up on the board next time we record.
Nice. Producer Max just put up,
that's
we
so
love you and we are
sweet.
not mad at you.
Aw, that's so nice.
Okay, well, I don't always see you around, but I hope to see you around soon, and I'll probably a daily apology for the podcast every day, expecting your DM.
In writing as well. I'll give you my mailing address.
Please give me your address. Don't worry. The deep dive.
Notarized. Get the apology notarized, please.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even drop all the lore. I mean, we didn't even get to like the seal blubber that you ate with Joe Rogan. We didn't
That I don't feel embarrassed by.
That's pretty cool.
we didn't even talk about
That's sick.
cousin Chloe and
Was
how
it-
she
hang
would
on.
say mean stuff all the time and was kind of a little bit of a bee when she was 3 years
These are
old.
the good story. I feel like we should have started with these ones. I feel like.
What
Do
did
you want
Blubber-
to shout out Joe Rogan and the blubber or cousin Chloe?
Shout out Joe Rogan. Check out his podcast.
We'll make it one
Instead
of
of
these days.
plugging my own dates, I just would love to plug the Joe Rogan Experience. He's just I'm trying to get his listener base up because it's so good.
What did Blubber taste like?
Well, you can imagine it's kind of a salty
Like
Jello,
grizzly?
yeah,
Ooh.
but like thicker, like more Jello, but like if it was meat.
Jello, but if it was
God.
meat,
I want that so
Yeah.
bad.
that
Imagine
does
making
sound
a
like the most
stock out of that.
Midwestern American, like,
I liked it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I love Jello. Jello is like my favorite dessert.
yeah.
Like
Do you guys like Jello?
fat
Yeah.
Jello? would
We
be
in
so
Minnesota, we have-
Actually, not like sugar free most of the time.
We have a Jello salad in Minnesota that is like a staple at like our family
What's the
events.
stuff that's floating in it? Like cherries and.
Yeah, it's just like it's like Jello with like the fruit in it, but then it's instead of like a pie crust, it's like whipped cream and crushed up pretzels.
Oh, fun.
Anything that's called a salad in the Midwest is just like ranch and cheese and
Yeah,
sugar and
I have a lot of friends from St. Louis randomly, and they were showing me, I forget what it's called, reindeer bait or something. It's like cereal that's tossed with like chocolate sauce.
Is it
and
the same as the puppy chow?
Puppy chow, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
puppy chow. That was that was one of the snacks I made for a guest on the pod, and it's an iconic Midwest snack.
What's like a regional food from Vancouver? What's like Vancouver's like?
Sushi?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of good Asian food. When I was up there, I had a lot of good dim sum and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what Mexican food is here, is sushi there. So it's like I got really accustomed to
good.
like extremely cheap, extremely fresh sushi
That
everywhere.
rocks, dude.
And then I came here and you can't get sushi for cheap. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's like an expensive like.
It's still the West Coast. You would think that it would be a little bit more around.
They got to charge people for it, so.
Those omega-3s, I guess, are pretty valuable.
Do you actually want to plug your dates, or just the Joe Rogan experiences? We're leaving
Check
it
out
at
Joe
that.
Rogan and his podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. No, when does this come out?
in the next weeks, month. If you have a specific date you would like, we can work around that.
Well, I have stuff kind of every weekend, so I guess check out my Instagram for my tour dates. Sophie Buds.
Sophie Buds.
Yeah.
Check it out and DM her apologies.
Well, I'm going to post your apology now. When this comes out, I'll post the apology invitation. I wonder what your wedding invites look like. Hey, we're really sorry, but we're super excited about our union, but if you can't make it, no worries.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Hey, I'm so sorry we've decided to fall in love and get married.
And the options are like, sorry, yes, I can make it,
sorry,
or sorry,
our
no.
bad.
Yeah. It's honestly kind of nice to be around because I've tried so hard to condition the sorries out of me when I moved from Canada, because I was doing it a lot when I first came here, and I was like, people cannot handle it. Everyone's giving me a lot of grief for every time I say it. And so I've tried quite hard. In the same way in high school, I tried to say less. Like it's like kind of that kind of thing because it's so intuitive. And so it is nice to be around Americans who do it a little bit too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had to.
My culture is not your costume.
It is I mean, Minnesota is, I like to say it's just Canada with school shootings.
It totally is. Yeah.
It is kind of, that is the vibe.
It is. Whenever I do shows in Minnesota, I always say, like, in the upcoming war, we're going to keep you guys.
And that would
and they cheer. They cheer. They love it.
Yes. Every Minnesotan I know is like, we will happily.
And I go, eat a little bit more puppy chow. You're about to get free health care.
Yeah. Exactly. I've tried to let you leave so many times, but this does remind me I
have nowhere to be.
Okay, we're doing 3 more hours. This is the Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah, pull up whatever.
The 17 more posts I have. You're like, that's my diary page that I burned.
How do you get that? I never had a diary.
The sorry thing I've had since I've started touring. My manager's at show. She's like, and let's do a meet and greet. I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, like meet your fans. And I was like shocked that people waited. And then every person who came in the meet and greet line, I apologized to.
That's so funny.
Which ruined the show for them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a famous person by any means or anything like that. But if people are spending money and getting a babysitter to come out to you, they want you to be nice and respect them, but they also want you to act like you are worthwhile to come see. So I've learned I've had to be like, whoa, I thank you for like, hey, this was your big date. This was your big date night out. Thank you so much for coming to me. What I used to be is like, you paid for a babysitter? That probably wasn't worth it. I said that to a woman one time.
No, that's not it. But meet and greets are really hard. Meet and greets are really hard because you do have to balance who you are on stage with who you actually are. Yeah. And it has to be some kind of middle ground. And so you are still kind of like bringing it. Like it is kind of a weird place to exist for. And
people think they can just touch you physically. And I'm like, hey,
people are constantly touching me physically. I saw a thing that they do for the Dallas cheerleaders when people are meeting them is that they have to hold a basketball or a football while they take the picture so that they keep their hands to themselves. And I think I'm going to start doing that. I think I'm going to start bringing a football to my
literal football
to my meet and greets, and the guys have to hold it.
I always do hover hands, and then sometimes people call me out that I'm not like, they're like, what are you, gay? And I'm just like, I don't know if people like being touched. I don't want to touch you. Sorry. And I've like had people be like, so you're not gonna put your arm around me? And I'm like, nah, I'm not.
They're like,
sorry.
Touch my tits a little. I paid. I got a babysitter for God's sake.
That rules. Well, Sophie Buds on Instagram. Click the link in profile, in bio, whatever we call it. Go see her on tour.
Joe Rogan Experience.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
9 hours every day coming out.
What are we still on Twitch? Are you still twitching?
I'm still twitching. Yeah, I'll be on Twitch. Well, it's just. I don't know when this is coming out, but I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/BigTimeMacca. Follow it up. I freestyle rap and make songs on there.
Wow.
We love you guys.
It's a good time.
Comment, like, subscribe. But sorry, you don't have to if you don't want to.
That is what you sound like.
Thanks for being here.
Sophie got home from school. She wants a snack for real, but she has to be careful that it doesn't make her ill. 'Cause it's so hard to be a gluten-free girl in a gluten-filled world. A gluten-filled world. That's why we have this matzah bread. You can eat it real quick and you won't get sick, no.